Okay, so since college has been starting up, I haven't been able to really make videos because I've been procrastinating everything. So I'm going to tell you guys some stories about college and experiences that I've had that I figured you might find entertaining, and it's just how I did college. I'm going to tell you about like some speeches because I know everyone gets like stage fright, but I don't. I absolutely love performing. My favorite class so far ever has been my speech class. So for the first speech, we just took a news article and like presented it, and I did one about like health and stuff. So after I presented it, just kind of like threw candy into the audience. So that was cool. Then the next presentation, we got to pick an item or something and then just do an analysis or a report on it. I thought it would be like things that we liked. It turns out it was like important things. So everyone was going before me. They were doing like, diabetes, healthcare, poverty, and then I go up there and I start my presentation. Eggs. Eggs are sides. Eggs are sides for bacon. Bacon. Today I'm doing my report on bacon. I had a legitimate report about the analysis of bacon, and I had like interviews and graphs and stats and like vegetarian friends comment on it, and it was amazing. But my final presentation was one of the best presentations I've ever given in my life. I wasn't there the day that we picked what we were doing for our presentation. How we chose this was everyone got 2 pieces of paper. One, they wrote a crime or a scandal, and on the second one they wrote a famous person, and then they put them all in little buckets. So you'd pick a famous person and then a scandal, and you could either choose to defend it or apologize for it. The girl that picked for me, she picked Gandhi, and my scandal was that I accidentally ate a cat. So I decided I wasn't going to let Gandhi eat this cat, so I came up with this amazing story about how it was Gandhi's birthday, and then his evil twin brother Gondont came over, and Gondont was like, hey, go buy some chicken. So Gandhi was like, okay. So Gandhi went to buy chickens, and then the brother starts planning a surprise party, and he bakes this cake out of red velvet cake to look like a cat. And there's balloons, there's streamers, there's party hats, there's everything. So when Gandhi comes home, Gondont's like, surprise, it's your birthday, eat this cake. And Gandhi's like, it's kind of weird because it's a cat, but it's cake, so I'll eat it. So right as he's like cutting into this cat and eating this cake, Gondont takes a picture of him. So I'm like explaining this story to the class. I have a huge piece of paper where I've drawn the photograph that Gondont took, and it's like of Gandhi eating this cake cat with streamers. Then I'm dressed up as Gandhi. I got like glasses, mustache, hair pulled back. I got like a sheet, a bed sheet, and I wrapped it around me, and I had an accent, and it was spectacular, and I did not once break character, and at the end of it, everyone stood up and started clapping for me. I got 100 on that presentation, and that was one of my most proudest moments of all of my college education career. There's this other class. It was a government class, and our teacher was just kind of like done. It was towards the end of the semester, and he told us, like, so this class, I'm just going to put on this video about the jail system. You guys can use your phones or whatever, I don't care. At that time, I didn't have a smartphone. I had a little slidey phone with the buttons that you have to push 5 times to get the letter Q. So instead of using my phone, I pull out my Game Boy Color. So while everyone's tweeting about how cool the professor is, I'm battling the Elite Four. So those are some of like my prouder in-class moments. I'm sure there's a lot more that I'll think of after I make this video. But some of my proud outside of class / food related achievements are as follows. Dang it, I just remember this. Okay, so we got these Cokes, and I was really excited because they were like little mini cans of Cokes, and I couldn't drink a lot of Coke at one time. Put the Cokes in our little mini fridge, and this is when I was in the dorms with Danette. And all of a sudden, we see something kind of leaking out of the fridge. I'm like, what is that? The mini fridge were just whacked up. So it was like too cold in there for the Coke. So they like exploded inside of the mini fridge. And I tried to save it by taking whatever was left in the can and pouring it in a cup and like lidding it off. And it was bad and it tasted awful. And I tried to drink it, but I couldn't. And I was just really upset with myself. Also, since the mini fridge freezes everything, there was one day Danette was trying to get a Capri Sun, but it was frozen solid, and she's like, man, I just really wanted a Capri Sun. I was like, I know what we should do. So I get scissors, and I get a Capri Sun. And I cut off the top of my Capri Sun, and I give her the scissors, and she cuts off the top of her Capri Sun. We just had Capri popsicles, and it was delicious, and I highly recommend it to anyone who wants a popsicle but only has Capri Sun and a fridge that freezes everything. It's hard to find food while in college, especially whenever you don't have like a pantry or a kitchen because you're in the dorms. So there was one night where Jeanette was especially struggling with her hunger, and she didn't know what to eat, so she went through the fridge and she found waffles and cookie dough. So she got her little oatmeal chocolate chip frozen waffles and some extra hard chocolate chip cookie dough. She put it on one of the waffles, put the other waffle on top of it, and had a waffle chocolate chip cookie dough sandwich. In my desperate time of hunger, we went down to the underground, which was our kitchen thing, and we called it the underground because it was underground. Pizza was just like burnt bread with kind of some cheese on it. The grill was closed, the cereal was all old, the salad bar was healthy, so like I didn't know what to eat, so I went to like the little hot food section. The only thing that I had there that I would eat was mashed potatoes, so I told the girls like, hey, there's nothing else here I want to eat. My entire meal for tonight's gonna be mashed potatoes. Could you hook me up? She's like, I got you. So she starts scooping on these mashed potatoes. It's the plate's like this big, and it's this high up with like mashed potatoes. There's so many mashed potatoes, and they really weren't that good, but it was food. So I sat down there and I'm eating it. I'm like Snapchatting, like, oh, look how much mashed potatoes this girl gave me. And then I'm realizing, I'm like, I don't know if I can eat all of this. Like, this is a lot. So I'm like Snapchatting, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. And then I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna do it. And so I get my last bite and I'm like, do it for the Snapchat. And I ate all of it. And yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, peace, love, and kittens. We're out! Yay! You're so cute.